everyone, Intuitive Kathleen Miller here, and this is your Intuitive Energy June forecast for 2025. And I'm excited about this month. I'm also a bit awe-inspired because definitely some large global changes coming in, planetary changes as well. And so, as always, I like to have three, great focal points to share, to inspire and support you in your energetic hygiene. And so the first one today is what I am hearing, dimensional detours. And what they were showing me is, if you've seen the Harry Potter movies and you remember the stairs that would just move, and they would literally go up and down and change floors and like turn sideways. And there's a few times in the different movies where they're going to get on the stairs and then it's shifting and they have to kind of hurry to get on it, or they have to, it takes them to another level. And so they said, they were showing that that's a great visual for this divine detours that are happening for many, many of us. And depending on where your vibration is, this is what's really, really important, you guys. Because if you're not consistently raising higher and not spiral up or spiral down, which we have that choice in every thought and every action that we're taking, that we can spiral down. We can kind of go in a more down path than we had anticipated. So we don't want to assume anything. We want to stay in certainly the positive expectation, but as we do the vibrational work to be consistently raising, there will be some timeline jumps and some divine dropping you into a new place. For some of us, this may be another, moves, literal geographical changes. This can also be new opportunities, putting you in a new place or in a new setting to put you in the right kind of soul groups, soul communities. So those are really magnetizing faster now. And as we're doing our work and we're staying in those alignments, those are coming in quite dynamically as well. So it's exciting, but it's also, staying up with, again, that internal work consistently to be able to make sure that's going to the best place possible. So that's number one. Number two is, turbo boosting your weakest chakra. And this is something that, to me, because I do so much chakra work with clients, my first book, Living the Spiral, it's a 30-day chakra cleanse, and that's on Amazon if anybody has like an interest to do anything like that. And regardless, just really focusing on whatever chakra is lighting up for you. For me, when I looked at this, I got red, which makes a lot of sense. I just moved. I have a lot of major personal transformation happening at the moment. So for me, this is the chakra to, which of course, for those of you that may not be aware, the red is the base chakra. It's the base of the spine. This is around security. This is around money, like core stability and, feeling safe where you are, feeling secure in what you're doing. So when we move or when we make a lot of changes, or when the world and inflation and all kinds of things are happening, this can be a chakra that's stressed for even the collective. And so, not to say that that's a right one. For some of you, this can be throat chakra. If you have a lot of, turmoil in relationships, this can be heart chakra. And so there's no right one. You've got to ask which chakra could be most attended to. And what they were showing was, for the month of June, to be really get just one focal point of a certain chakra that you want to really get more consistently balanced or more consistently reinforced. So for me, this is base, which is, as I was saying before, makes a lot of sense there. And for some of you, it may be surprising which energy center shows up. But suggestions are, to wear it. You can get a gemstone, that color that correlates to the frequency supports around it. You can eat the color. You can, just add it in whatever fun or creative ways are comfortable for you. Because as we wear it, this vibrates at the level of the energy. So colors vibrate at the energy level of the center itself. And then of course, gemstones also have additional properties of support. So for red would be, red aventurine, ruby, garnet, beautiful red stones that all support blood strength. It can support, the groundedness and just that core foundational strength that is really, important for a lot of people right now to feel better. But as we're doing that, that's going to help to be reinforcing your base. But also what they were showing me too is right now with the way the collective is rising, and we're all in the midst of so many waves and so many things happening personally and globally, that not only do we need to be bringing our averages up with sort of our day-to-day choices, but also in our channel, getting our channel stronger as we're integrating, more light codes, more of our light bodies coming on. So this is also part of, it's similar to building a house. If you don't have the best foundation, and then even, the initial structures really done well, they're not gonna, that second floor can not be as stable. It can, you're not gonna really have longevity and the strength of what that vibrationally needs to be doing. So this is part of, as we move into new changes, this is also more deconstruction of the old that is happening. I just did a podcast at the beginning of the week with Divine Demolition. So if you haven't listened to that, please check it out on, wherever you get your podcast on. I think I'm on like 40 plus different platforms. So wherever you go, you should be able to find that. And that's a lot of great information about, a lot of breaking down of systems that are going to continue, which again, depending on for each of us, what we're dealing with, where our constitution is, what we're personally like in as far as your life experience right now, your specific vibrational needs and energetic supports, that's going to be specific to you. So trust which one you see. Trust which one, if you're not familiar with chakras, they're easy to find a list on it, and just see which one really calls to you, and then follow through with the support of that. And then the third one is they're showing me the fire element, and they're saying temper your fire element. Okay. And this is also micro and macrocosm as well. So this for us on the microcosm is obviously, as we go into the summer months, really balancing, just staying cool, keeping the body cool, keeping, your heart balanced, keeping your pH balanced. And yet tempering your fire element can also be really watching things that are angering in the world, things that are kind of, changes that feel kind of beyond your control a little bit, and not allowing anger to get the best of you, not allowing what's happening in the world to really get too much of your attention, because that's going to pull a lot of us out of, again, just the harmonics that we're requiring to kind of lift and move forward. But it's also burnout. It's also, overheating the body and your channel too. So I notice from time to time, sometimes I get downloads and they're just so intense that, and for a lot of you that do this work too, you might have days where, the processing is so intense, or there just can be some strong fatigue in it. And not that we have to go through that, but ultimately another piece with that was, prioritizing a bit more time in those lower gears to really keep things balanced. So it's similar to race car. If you're going Mach 2 and you're really flying, you want to counterbalance that with some more time to rest, or just a bit of a slower pace too, so that you get back to balance and you're really staying more neutral. So this also showed the core of the earth. And so this can be volcanic, this can be some, stresses, or, a lot of tectonic movement here. So we want, remember, the earth is an extension of us. So as we're keeping cool, we're keeping balanced. And of course, none of, earthquakes and those things are not bad or wrong. It's just the earth releasing pressure, really doing what she needs to do to shift and change. But as we stay, as balanced as we can, it can be part of that, having a gentler time and supporting more harmonics to stay balanced if there are some extreme fluctuations that need to release. And so really, it's an exciting month. This really does feel like it's it's a momentum to me that I know I've said this, and I guess this is 2025 too. There's this momentum, because I remember from May, it was sort of like mastering the merge and really like, okay, keep up with this. And now it's like, okay, we're in this fast flow, and now let's reinforce pacing ourselves, like what's required in this high caliber dynamic that we're getting used to, and more, more multidimensionally as well. I'm finding, as more the DNA turns on, as more codes get activated, you can have this sense of more aspects of, really challenging to articulate because it's not third dimension. And so just asking for balance with those. And to me, this is part of that subtle, holistic support of just more of us on the outer fields and the outer subtle fields that are turning on. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Always love your feedback and to hear from you guys, but definitely be excited. Happy Pride. This is Pride Month globally, and especially with all of the, interesting choices and control mechanisms attempting to just limit inclusion, limit personal freedoms. And really, as we just stand true in, coexisting, allowing everyone to, love is love, guys. Like, live and let live, love and let love. So that's what I live by, and I encourage others to be inspired into that, because as we allow everyone to the freedom to be who they are, to love as it is true and kind, and creating greater, everyone's better. Everything's healthier and more thriving from that. So all the best. Happy June. Thank you so much. And if you ever want to work with me personally, you can find me at intuitivelifestylesuccess.com. Definitely check out that podcast. Or if you have questions or, more requests, I always take requests into consideration for future content as well. So thanks so much, guys, and be well.